Trap was able to win 3-1 over Bjorn. This is going to be awesome, man.
All comes down to this. Let's hop into our first game. It's going to be on Frost. All right. Game 1 of this best of 5. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, he is Trap! And his opponent in the top right-hand corner, the Blueser. Oh man, what will we see?
I can't wait to see what Trap is going to bring out to Soulkey. Soulkey showed us earlier today, Ben, that he's so solid in defending most two-base all-ins, just absolutely insane holds. Trap showed us that he's not afraid to use the two-base every now and then, as he did it in the final game against Bio as well. It was a very close call. It was actually on Frost, and I'm surprised how often we see that a couple of Phoenix into 2 Immortal and 2 Colossi all in on Frost. As you know, I wouldn't say that this is necessarily the best map for it, but it's you know, somehow they're able to pull it off.
Yeah, it could be made to work. These are kind of close positions. It's hard to call any position close on Frost, but this is as close as they get. Top.
So if he wants to do it, this might be the moment for it. Soulkey is going to open up with hatchery first, and that will most likely be it. I don't think he's going to drop a spawning pool after this. Soulkey doesn't go 2 hatch before pool very often. Huh?
He's not that YOLO. I don't think he's that YOLO. No, not that YOLO. He's going to go gas and then spawning pool. Still doing it pretty greedy style. 17 gas, 16 pool. Is what it looks like it'll be.
Yep. He's going to get quick link speed, which is going to help out a lot against early Zealot, Stalkers, or anything that Trap is going to throw out at the map. Frost is also a huge map, so it's easier to hide pylons in certain locations. Perhaps that's why Soulkey wants the early gas, so he's going to make sure that he won't get surprised.
Yep. Always good to have that link speed early on. And it's going to be particularly good against the opening of Trap. Anytime you see these gateway expands, speed links just make you that much safer against everything from Zealot Stalker to 3-gate pressure to even just a macro eco player, because you have the map control.
Probably going to cancel the Zealot, as he didn't see any sign of links yet. If you guys wonder why they always start the Zealot and then cancel it, it's because you know, if you would have to face an early pool, you wish that Zealot was already in production. But if it was an early pool, it would have already arrived by now, so he felt like he didn't have to worry about it, cancel the Zealot, and just drops that Nexus a little bit quicker.
Yep. Soulkey stops mining gas at 100. Now it's all about the mineral income. As he will try to saturate 2 bases as quickly as he can. Zergling speed on the way.
Trap is going to scout in the wrong direction, which I don't think is all that bad for him, because that means that this probe will most likely stay alive a little bit longer. And also Soulkey doesn't know it's out on the map, unless this Overlord is somehow able to spot it. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Soulkey, of course, the caliber of player that's going to be looking for this probe no matter what. Mothership core just dancing around the ramp.
But Frost such a huge map that I think it's hard to always find it, no matter how good you are.
Oh yeah.
Then again, these Zerg players, man, they have like spider senses. They smell it as well.
Probes are very stinky. Do Zerg units have a sense of smell, or do they have like antenna?
I think so. If you look at those Zerglings. They're predators, man. They're reckless.
Mothership core chases him away. Soulkey not able to see much, but he's not going to mind. Ling speed finishing up, and when it does, he'll be able to dart around the map at will.
Very standard opening so far. A lot of Chrono was being spent on this warp gate, by the way. And here we do see that pylon going down. This Overlord is heading into the right direction, though, but he's not just there yet. Trap is going to try to make something happen off these 3 gates, and he has a Stargate behind it, so he does have a follow-up. But if he's able to just get 6 Zealots and kill this base, that would already be amazing.
And there's no Lings looking for that pylon, so this could be a little problematic. Uh-oh.
This Overlord is a big tell, though.
Todd would be disappointed. Never show your probe, says Todd, because it tells the guy that you're playing against that there's something down there.
And now Soulkey is like, oh. So the first 3 Zealots are being warped in, and they might be able to keep that pylon alive long enough, and you can see these Zerglings just looking for it immediately, and they will be able to find this pylon. And I don't think the second warping is ever going to finish. Do you think he's going to commit to that?
No. I don't think so. Not against Soulkey. Maybe against a lesser Zerg.
I mean, 600 minerals is a pretty big investment. He did have the Mothership Core in the middle of the map as well, so you know, he could have relied on the Mothership Core taking it out. Soulkey is just scouting very thorough. He's going to see the target as well.
Yep. Going to be an Oracle. The Overlord sees it, right?
Yep, the Oracle is aware of everything. Soulkey didn't make many drones yet. There's another probe hiding over here on the top side of the map. A couple of Lings are going to knock on the front door. If these Zealots are in position, that shouldn't be a problem for Trap.
And Soulkey has no choice but to back off. We'll probably see another pylon going down soon, but what is Trap going to do after this Oracle?
Yeah, he has a Void Ray as follow-up. He's still producing probes. I think he can pretty much take this anywhere, but expanding towards Soulkey is going to be a little risky. He still has this probe over here as well, which gives me the feeling that maybe he wants to do something with it. But he's dropping the Forge now, which is kind of telling us, like, nothing in the near future.
Yep, wants to get his upgrades going, wants to probably take a third base. As the Oracle makes its way across. I don't think there's any spores out.
There's a single spore in the main.
And it's in the right spot. So it's going to be tough for this Oracle to do much. Queen waiting patiently. And the Spore Crawler fires a single shot before Trap says, I don't think so. Uh-oh. That's the...
It works, man. That's what it's for.
It was so smart and it was so fast, but it was the shortest distance anybody's ever been recalled.
But it was very important because losing 3-4 sentries in that phase of the game would have been pretty devastating. We saw that earlier when Biol played the ZVP he did on Whirlwind against Duck Duck.
Once again, Lings are going to engage on these sentries. Force fields being casted and excellent use of force field.
The Guardian Shield was a little funky, as Guardian Shield does not protect your Zealots against Zerglings.
Oh, man, does it look cool.
Might be able to force a cancel on this
Yes, they will. Well played, Soulkey.
That's pretty big. That's going to slow down Trap quite a bit. Soulkey's up 7 workers.
It'll slow Trap down. It's not going to kill Trap, as he just immediately drops the Nexus once more. Chases these Zerglings away. We see Hydra Den going down. Yep. Has there been? Yeah, there's a Roach Warren. So Roach Hydra, or maybe just Hydra Ling, but probably Roach Hydra.
And he's going for the missile upgrade, so adding in additional Roaches would definitely not hurt. Oracle trying to find a way to be useful, but so far...
It's going to be hard with about 30 hit points in total.
Soulkey is once more going to try to make something happen with a bunch of Lings. Is there a Sentry or a Zealot? Yes, there is.
Plenty of stuff in position. He's just going to back off, knowing that'll have better luck elsewhere, keeping those units alive.
Revelation is very useful.
Now this is extra useful in the Zerg matchups because you can see what hatches from the hatchery for a little while. So he'll have a good idea what units that are being produced by Soulkey. So he'll be able to see these Hydras and he'll say, well, maybe I should make a Colossus, or maybe I should get Psystorm.
More Void Rays on the way. I think for now he's just going to rely on Charge Lots and Archons, and that's always an interesting battle. Force Fields are extremely important once you rely on Void Rays to deal with Hydras. It's something that I think is very hard to execute. Protoss players always make it look easy, but it is, you know, in the blink of an eye you might miss one force field and your Void Rays are too exposed and they all fall like flies. Yep. It's a very fun strat to watch. Not that much fun to play because it's very hard.
Soulkey continuing to be active with his Zerglings. He's going to get a probe. Is he? Nope.
Soulkey knows exactly what he's playing against as well. He's just been...
Such good scouting.
Yep.
Like, it's so silly and so seemingly, you know, commonplace and common sense just to be active with your Lings, but Soulkey does it so well. He always knows what the army looks like and where the army is just because of all this activity. Here come the first Roaches, and there's a lot of Hydras out on the map already. And by a lot, I do mean 8. 8 Hydras, soon to be 13. A couple of Queens out as well.
No, but that's already getting quite scary. Soulkey's supply is going to skyrocket soon. His creep shot is also very good. Once more, we see Soulkey trying to go for the small run by, but Trap is on top of it.
Great activity with those Zerglings still, as the army of Trap continues to grow.
If the cruise rate is going to get even further, it's going to be so easy to reinforce with additional Hydras. Those Queens are going to be very important in a push like this as well. Charge is finishing up, Storm is on the way, but Trap needs a little more time. He might be able to land a couple of feedbacks, but he has to be careful.
Want to catch these High Templar if they can. Queens and Hydra is going to chase away the first Void Ray.
Couple of cannons here as well. Trap realizing he's going to need some additional DPS. He's going to need some good force fields in the near future.
Here come those first force fields, but I don't know if they're good enough. The Roaches don't mind, and the Hydras are just going to shoot over. Queen's going to get feedback to death. That's a nice play there for those High Templar. And Trap does push Soulkey back for now, but here come the reinforcements.
Wow, that's a lot of Roaches and that's a lot of Hydras. These Void Rays are getting a little exposed, and Soulkey is up 70 supply, making it look easy.
Hydra Roach against Void Rays. That's a pretty good fight, man. A single Archon is at about half health, but he is gonna get shot down. No, barely stays alive. Soulkey continuing to work outside this third base. Photon overcharge about to expire. Roaches and Hydras bearing down on this expansion. Trap cannot afford to lose this Nexus. More reinforcements streaming in for Soulkey Queens, staying alive, using that transfuse and tanking so much damage with that huge health pool.
And these roaches so useful as well in this moment, absorbing so much damage from these zealots. This base is being completely overrun.
Perfect.
What a clean game by Soulkey.
Perfect timing there, takes out the third base, shuts down anything that Trap had going, and Soulkey, with nearly 100 supply lead, is now going to push up into the natural. Trap desperately trying a counterattack with Zealots. I don't think it's going to work, Kev.
New Mothership Core spawn has to be careful as well that it doesn't die immediately. These gates will be unpowered. There might be a Side Storm in the near future, but there are so many roaches, so many Hydras.
Well, here comes those Zealots, but they're going to be met with Hydras, Roaches, and Zerglings. They will be able to cut through these first units, but with 13 more Roaches on the way, Trap's just going to say GG, good game. Soulkey goes up 1-0, and he makes it look easy.
He really did make it look easy, and once more, I think that was an amazingly clean game by Soulkey. I couldn't say one thing that he could